So, according to this, the rebar, the formwork will be placed and its final shape will be completed. We also plan to build the curb, the part where the concrete will be poured. That's where we're going to build it. We want to construct this formwork and complete its overall shape. For this, we need a formwork in these dimensions, which we plan to place there in that way. This is how it's supposed to be placed on top. Now, regarding the lower parts, specifically in areas like here, where there's a slope, as I mentioned and elaborated upon in both the first and second sections of our discussion, this particular slope here and also over there, we will adjust those sections as and when they are needed. Overall, we require a formwork of this size and dimension so that when we put it into position right here, we can utilize it for its purpose. Mark the edges here with a marker or something similar, perhaps a fine-tipped pen, then carefully remove it and precisely cut it out. You can also use adhesive tape. Wrap the tape securely all around the edges, especially focusing on the critical corners, and then gently place this formwork on top. Once you've carefully placed the formwork, press it down firmly so that it takes the exact and precise shape of the actual pattern here. It doesn't necessarily have to be super neat and perfectly precise, just start cutting carefully and with attention. I want to do it using that rubber molding method because the first attempt was a bit challenging and didn't quite meet expectations. You really need to be quite patient and very careful, drawing the lines neatly and precisely and paying a little bit more attention to the uppermost and lowermost parts right here, since this particular method utilizes a completely flat piece of cardboard. It's not sloped at all. First, let's carefully tape all the way around this particular part, ensuring a secure fit. Let's then tape the entire bottom section right here. This is the special tape we're using. Apply it very, very gently. Now let's carefully place this specific piece right here so that we can clearly see everything. This tape, you can't see it, you have to press it down and stick it nicely to the tape. We've carefully cut this particular section, and I am now showing you the exact same precise method once again. It might very well come off quite easily because we genuinely didn't use a substantial amount of strong adhesive tape, just precisely enough so that when we gently lift it up, we definitively know its exact position. Now, this is the clear and distinct outline that is visible on this beautiful violin. This is the carefully prepared template for the roof section, and here we have the corresponding piece of material that will be used. This particular part, which features a distinct slope, is designed to align perfectly with this specific piece. We will meticulously apply the adhesive tape along this edge to secure it firmly. Now this individual piece is completely ready for the next stage of assembly. We have successfully taped this section, ensuring a strong and lasting bond. This particular component is indeed the primary roof piece. Regarding these various parts, this section is complete and fully formed, and this other part is straightforward, just as it appears. There's absolutely nothing special or complicated about it. You don't need to undertake any extra or unusual steps. We have carefully positioned this piece of sturdy cardboard right here, and we will subsequently place it precisely in this designated spot. These various pieces, it is crucial to keep them well organized and easily accessible throughout the process. We will fill this noticeable gap with an appropriately sized piece of cardboard to ensure a seamless finish. This is the exact spot where it needs to be placed. This piece goes right here, following the same method as before, ensuring consistency. For the roof itself, it is advisable not to apply an excessive amount of tape, allowing it to maintain its structural integrity and stand properly. Once cut to the correct dimensions, it will fit perfectly into place. There's truly nothing extraordinary or difficult that needs to be done for this part. For this specific slope, you will need to exercise a bit more caution and precision, as its angled nature demands careful handling. The process of forming this slope isn't particularly easy, especially when you are attempting to bend the cardboard material. Sometimes it tends to twist unexpectedly, sometimes it bends in an unintended way, and sometimes it achieves the desired slope. It can be a bit tricky and demanding, so it is essential to be patient and execute the task calmly and methodically. Do not rush through this step. Instead, approach it with utmost care and attention to detail. For these pieces of cardboard, hold them securely like this with your 2 fingers, then gently place it here, and apply pressure in this manner. This technique will cause the cardboard to curve smoothly and evenly. When you are ready to insert it into its final position. You can accomplish this in 2 distinct steps for better control. I have also meticulously taped this section here and this section here as well, ensuring all connections are secure. I have thoroughly taped all these interconnected parts. This particular piece, precisely because of its inherent slope, presents a slightly greater challenge during assembly. However, once you reach the flat section and the slope begins right here, you will find that the slope in this area is well formed and relatively easy to manage. Simply place the cardboard into the predefined shape and it will conform and fit perfectly. The most challenging part of this entire process was indeed this specific piece. I have also carefully taped this piece to complete its preparation. That concludes the explanation. That is my time, that is my time, that is my time. This particular part is the violin's handle. Now, whether it's the frog or something else entirely, Nikki, it's something quite similar to this. The frog is outside this specific part and this part too. Let's say we finished the violin's bridge. I know your patience is running out, but we've carefully made this part as well. First, here is the neck. This is the main body, the violin. We've made the upper and middle parts and this final part. We also made and glued the fingerboard or neck on top, and that's how it turned out. The whole violin, this is the general shape of the violin. As you can see, it's no longer in that previous state. Even the scroll is visible here. The body of the violin is now complete. Of course, there are still other details left, like the bridge, which I haven't gotten to yet, because if I start making the bridge now, the video will get too long and you might get bored, so we won't get to see it. What's left to be added are the essential bridge and the delicate strings, the elegant bow, the precise tuning pegs, and the comfortable chin rest, all of which I will carefully attach like this. And what else is left? That's it. Nothing else is truly left to do. That's absolutely all there is. This is the entire, complete thing, as you can clearly see. Let me carefully show you this beautiful instrument from the front angle. This particular view is from the side, this is the back portion, this is the other side, and this is the elegant scroll, which still needs the final tuning pegs to be installed. In the very next parts of this series, you'll see exactly how that turns out as well. This specific part is now completely finished too. Our magnificent violin is now fully built and wonderfully done. Our violin is built and done, its body is finished, its neck is finished, everything is done. Only those things I mentioned are left. Thank you so much to everyone who made it this far, to those who watched until the middle of the video, to those who started at the beginning and then went to watch another video. Thank you for sticking around and watching. Let's see what happens to this violin in the next episodes.